here we are in Sydney Harbour, and today I've got my sister Gabby with me. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi Gabby. Now we just got off our 2-night cruise and we docked in White Bay, which is a little bit of a drive from the city. It took us
15, 20 minutes.
20 minutes, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. The traffic was pretty bad. We had to get an Uber. 3 Ubers cancelled on us and it ended up costing us around $32 to get into the city. Strange man looking at us smiling there. However, we're now in the city and we are right in front of the International Cruise Terminal where a lot of the larger, well, all of the larger ships dock, and it's a much better terminal to cruise into. I'll hopefully get our camera to work to show you behind me. Gabby can tell me whether you can see. We've got a large cruise ship in port today. It is a great location because the view looking over at the back, we've got the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and if we go this way, we've got a great view of the Opera House. And one of the really convenient things about docking in here is you can see behind me here are the ferries that you can jump on to get around Sydney really easy. There's also the tram that's up behind me that you can get on to get around as well. So we've got our port stop in Sydney today, and Gabby and I are going to explore and to see what can we do on a budget in Sydney. We've walked around to the other side of the harbour and we have the beautiful Sydney Harbour Bridge behind us, and you can see, point to Luna Park, Gabs.
Over there.
Luna Park. So you can catch the ferry over to Luna Park, and then to our other side we have the Sydney Opera House. We're about to go and explore up there as well. One of the things you can do while visiting in Sydney is do the Sydney
Harbour Bridge Walk.
Harbour Bridge Walk, the Sydney Harbour Bridge Walk, and you can climb up to the top. Now there's a load of people up there at the moment behind us that are climbing. I don't think you'll be able to see them, just ants. We're not doing the climb. I'm slightly afraid of heights.
Me too.
But you can do the climb, and I'll put the prices and the details in the links below. We're in the rocks and we're having lunch at an Italian restaurant called Caminetto, and the waiter who was at the front assures us that the food is spectacular. So we are going to share with you what we eat and how much it costs us and does it fit into a budget. So the first course is garlic bread, and they've served garlic bread with some chilli, so let's see how it tastes.
Oh, I can see some nice chunks of garlic on there. Good garlic bread.
Yum, 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 yum. Right, so we've got a
Marinara pizza.
marinara pizza from Maine. We've just had a chat with the next door neighbours on the table beside us, who are also fellow Queenslanders in Sydney. So let's see what the pizza is like. This is the size of the medium.
Good size for the two of us, I think.
Yep.
Do you want chilli flakes on all of it?
No, you can just put chilli flakes on your bit. I'm going to use a fork, not because I'm at my mother, but it's a bit runny on the inside.
Oh.
Oh, she said she's not, and look what she's done. I'm back at home to wind up our port tour of Sydney in Australia. We had a great day. We were on the go non-stop. We visited a couple of free museums. We got to walk around the Opera House and see Benny. Although we didn't do the botanical walk, we have done it before, and it is worth a walk to see some beautiful historic buildings and some lovely gardens. We walked up to the Harbour Bridge. There are some spectacular views up there. We jumped on a ferry. We got to go under the bridge. Now, we were actually staying in Sydney overnight, so we used that ferry to get back to where our hotel was as well. But if you're not staying and you're just in for the port, you can jump on the ferry and then come back to Circular Quay. We had a delicious lunch in the rocks. We had some ice cream, snuck in that ice cream, and all in all, it was a fantastic day. Now, we did have the challenge to set to a budget, and I think we well and truly stuck to that budget. The lunch cost us $25 each. We spent roughly $7 on an ice cream and $7 on that ferry trip, roughly $7 on that ferry trip. So all up, we spent well under $50 per person. It worked out around $40 per person. There is loads more that we could have done though. As I showed in the clip, could have done the bridge climb. I'll pop the links for that in the description. Could have done a tour of the Opera House. And then there's all of the more modern Sydney outside of the Rocks area. There's Chinatown that you can go up and visit as well. You can jump on the tram to do that. So I hope you've enjoyed our port tour of Sydney. If you are coming to Sydney, there's no need to book a tour unless you wanted to get outside of the Sydney. If you've enjoyed our video today, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel so that you're notified when we put out new posts. If you would like to see one of our other port stops, feel free to check out one of the links that I've provided here, and there will also be a subscribe button.